To be honest, there are tons of 9mm ammo you can buy right now. Your choices are almost unlimited, but if you want the best ones, I have some recommendations that you should check out. What's up, everyone? This is your boy Ted from Line 45, and today you will get to know arguably some of the best 9mm ammo you can buy for your carry, duty, or competition handguns. Before anything else, let me do this quick plug. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, all the buttons that you can see below. Don't forget to leave a comment too. I know it feels like a hassle, but those things help my channel a lot. Now let's get back to the good stuff. Winchester Defender 124 grain plus P. Let's start with the 124 grain Winchester Defender. This plus P 9mm ammo is a solid choice for defensive scenarios where stopping power, penetration, and consistency matter. Let's go to the nitty-gritty about this gun. Unlike some hollow points that fragment or fail to expand properly, Winchester's bonded jacketed hollow point bullet is designed to retain its weight and integrity even after encountering barriers like clothing, drywall, or auto glass. What makes this ammo stand out is Winchester's proprietary bonding process, which fuses the lead core to the copper jacket. This bonding prevents separation upon impact, which in turn ensures deep penetration and uniform expansion. The round delivers the necessary 12 to 18 inches of penetration recommended by the FBI for defensive ammunition, while also expanding reliably to create an effective wound channel. I simply love these capabilities of the Defender. Meanwhile, the plus P pressure rating gives it an extra edge, increasing muzzle velocity to around 1,200 feet per second and generating roughly 396 foot-pounds of energy when fired from a standard test barrel. That added velocity means more energy transfer on impact, so it's really a reliable choice for those who want a round that hits hard while generating controlled expansion. The nickel-plated brass case is also a practical choice. The plating enhances corrosion resistance and provides a slicker surface for smoother feeding and extraction in semi-auto pistols. If you're carrying a defensive pistol, reliability is everything, and the high-quality casing ensures this round runs without hiccups. Winchester also formulated a low-flash powder for this round, and this one is really helpful since it minimizes muzzle flash in low-light environments. If you ever find yourself in a defensive situation at night, the last thing you want is to be blinded by your own muzzle flash after the first shot. The reduced flash keeps your vision intact and allows for quicker follow-up shots. Speer Gold Dot Carry Gun 135 grain. There have been a lot of different 9mm defensive loads you can get right now, but I can confidently say that the 135 grain Speer Gold Dot carry gun is one of the best options out there for anyone serious about self-defense. This isn't just your standard 9mm Gold Dot round. In fact, it has been specifically engineered to perform flawlessly in compact and subcompact pistols, which is a big deal for those of us who rely on smaller carry guns for everyday protection. What sets this ammo apart is its elastomer-filled nose cavity, which is designed to deliver consistent and controlled expansion no matter what barrier it encounters. Unlike traditional hollow points that can either overexpand or clog up when hitting fabric, this round's high-performance elastomer compresses into engineered internal fissures, which in turn ensures reliable expansion and penetration. Of course, that means you're getting a round that performs exactly how you need it to, whether it's through heavy clothing, auto glass, or bare gelatin. The 135 grain projectile weight is also worth noting. It's not every day that you see 135 grain ammo. A lot of defensive 9mm loads come in 115, 124, or 147 grains. But this 135 grain round is a middle ground weight that offers a great balance of penetration, energy transfer, and recoil management. Speer has fine-tuned this round to work particularly well in shorter barrels, which is crucial for those of us carrying compact or micro-compact pistols. We all know how some ammo just doesn't perform as well when it loses velocity from a short barrel, but Speer designed this round to avoid that problem. When it comes to ballistics, you're looking at 1,120 feet per second muzzle velocity and around 376 foot-pounds of energy when fired from a 4-inch barrel. That's already a solid balance of speed and stopping power, ensuring deep enough penetration without over-penetrating. That's exactly what I want in a self-defense scenario. It's enough energy to stop a threat, but not so much that I am going to endanger bystanders. The Remington Subsonic 147 grain. A lot of us want to wield our guns with as little noise as possible. Of course, that's where these subsonic rounds come in. And right now, I can bet my house that the 147 grain Remington Subsonic is one of the best options for suppressed shooting and low recoil performance. This round is designed specifically to stay below the sound barrier, eliminating the supersonic crack when fired, which makes it ideal for those running suppressors, or if you're just looking for a quieter, smoother shooting experience. One of the standout features of this round is the flat nose enclosed base bullet. Unlike standard FMJ or TMJ rounds, the flat nose enclosed base design minimizes lead exposure and reduces barrel fouling, which means cleaner operation and longer-lasting accuracy. The enclosed base construction also ensures that no exposed lead is vaporized upon firing, which in turn makes it a great choice for indoor ranges or high-volume shooters who want to limit lead exposure. With a muzzle velocity of 945 feet per second, this thing basically stays out of the supersonic threshold, ensuring maximum noise reduction, especially when used with a suppressor. The combination of a 147 grain bullet and subsonic speed provides a softer recoil impulse compared to lighter, high-velocity rounds. In my experience, these qualities of the Remington Subsonic allow for quicker and more controlled follow-up shots. Remington loads these rounds with clean burning powders and non-corrosive primers, and that means more reliable ignition while keeping fouling to a minimum. The brass cases are precision-made for consistent feeding and ejection, and this one is a critical factor for anyone relying on their firearm for defense or competition shooting. Beyond just being quiet, this round delivers excellent performance in terms of accuracy and terminal ballistics. The heavier bullet weight provides solid momentum, which translates to deep penetration and reliable stopping power, making it a viable option for defensive use as well. While I do understand that subsonic rounds generally don't expand as aggressively as high-velocity hollow points. However, keep in mind that their ability to stay on target, penetrate effectively, and deliver consistent energy transfer are still enough to make them a great choice for personal defense scenarios where over-penetration needs to be controlled. Federal HST 9mm 124 grain. The Federal HST 9mm 124 grain is hands down one of the best self-defense loads you can run in a handgun. I've shot a lot of different defensive rounds over the years, but this stuff is the real deal, or safe to say, one of the real deals. It's reliable, consistent, and built to perform when it counts. Let's talk about the bullet itself. This isn't your generic hollow point that might clog up and fail to expand. The HST projectile is engineered with a deep, skived hollow point that mushrooms out beautifully, even through heavy clothing, drywall, or auto glass. I've already seen ballistic gel tests where this round expands out to about 0.65 to 0.70 inches. Actually, those numbers are right in that sweet spot for controlled penetration and maximum stopping power. And it doesn't just expand, it also holds together, and that's thanks to the bullet's jacket and core staying locked, so you're not losing chunks of weight on impact. Almost 100% weight retention means you're getting every bit of that 364 foot-pounds of energy delivered where it matters. The casing is another nice touch for the HST. Federal uses nickel-plated brass, which isn't just for looks. It's smoother feeding, more corrosion-resistant, and easier to spot in low light when you're checking your chamber. Add in the company's super reliable primers, and you've got a round that goes bang every single time you pull the trigger. Recoil is right where it should be for a 124 grain load. It's snappier than a 115 grain, but nowhere near as punchy as a 147 grain. That makes it a solid middle ground choice if you want to stop power without sacrificing fast follow-up shots. And it runs flawlessly in everything from Glocks to SIGs, M&Ps to CZs. It has no picky feeding issues as you get with some other hollow points. The low flash powder is also one of its strongest features. If you ever have to shoot in low light, you won't get blinded by a massive fireball coming out of your muzzle. That means you can stay on target and keep your sight picture, even in a defensive scenario. At the end of the day, the Federal HST 9mm 124 grain is exactly what I want in a carry round. It has a reliable ignition, clean feeding, consistent expansion, and deep enough penetration to get the job done without over-penetrating. I'd trust my life to this stuff, and that's not something I say lightly. Hornady Critical Duty 135 grain plus P. I can really understand when people say that the Hornady Critical Duty 135 grain plus P is in a league of its own when it comes to barrier penetration and consistent performance. This round isn't just another hollow point. It's engineered from the ground up to meet the demands of law enforcement and serious self-defense scenarios. Designed to punch through tough barriers like auto glass and sheet metal while still delivering controlled expansion and deep penetration, it's really an essential 9mm ammo for those who want duty-grade performance in their carry gun. What sets this ammo apart is its flex-lock bullet, which incorporates Hornady's patented flex tip technology. This soft polymer insert prevents the hollow point cavity from clogging with fabric or debris, ensuring consistent expansion every time it strikes a target. Combined with the interlock band, which mechanically secures the jacket and core together, this design ensures deep penetration and weight retention, even after passing through barriers. Of course, that means you're getting a round that expands reliably, while still achieving the necessary 12 to 18 inches of penetration recommended by the FBI for defensive ammo. The 135 grain bullet weight is ideal for balancing penetration, expansion, and recoil control, especially in compact and full-size duty pistols. This particular plus P load is designed to operate at higher pressures, increasing velocity and energy transfer for maximum stopping power. When fired from a 4-inch barrel, I think you're looking at around 1,110 feet per second of muzzle velocity and approximately 369 foot-pounds of energy, according to Hornady's specs and independent gel tests. That added velocity ensures that even when passing through barriers, the bullet retains its stopping power and doesn't underperform. The nickel-plated brass cases are another standout feature, enhancing corrosion resistance and making chambering and extraction smoother. This is an essential factor for reliable feeding in semi-automatic handguns. Hornady also designed this round with low-flash propellants, reducing muzzle flash in low-light environments, where a bright flash could hinder visibility or follow-up shots. It's worth mentioning that this ammo was specifically designed to meet and exceed the FBI's performance standards for duty ammunition. While some civilian self-defense loads prioritize rapid expansion at the cost of penetration, the Critical Duty 135 grain plus P is built for deeper penetration and barrier-blind performance, making it an excellent choice for those who want duty-level effectiveness in their carry gun. Overall, the Hornady Critical Duty 135 grain plus P is engineered for real-world encounters, designed to perform through heavy clothing and barriers, and fine-tuned for consistent feeding and cycling in semi-auto handguns. If you're carrying a 9mm for self-defense and want something that delivers proven performance, this round is one of the best purchases. Trust me on that.